Great choice. Perfect. Love it. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do a disturbing movie recap on Palo Alto. And as always, spoilers ahead. The movie is about a group of teenagers that live in Palo Alto, a very wealthy area. And without much supervision, we see them being carefree, doing whatever they want. And first off, we meet Teddy and Fred. They're best friends, they slack off, they engage in the Mary Jane, both way too comfortable saying the N-word, and they're always getting in trouble, but that's mainly because of Fred. You see, Teddy isn't disrespectful like Fred. He's not a disgusting, freaked out jerk. Teddy has a crush on this girl, and her name is April. And all the girls make fun of her because she's the only one who hasn't gotten busy with somebody yet. And April ain't planning to do that anytime soon. Right now, her priorities are school and soccer. And the girls only make fun of April because they're jealous of her. And she's heavily ridiculed by her teammates because she's the favorite on the team. April is coached by Mr. B, and all the girls on the team think Mr. B is cute. And April doesn't engage in those conversations. She goes, no, I think it's weird, he's our coach. But on the inside, she knows that Mr. B is also pretty damn cute. Now, Mr. B is newly single and he has a son, and occasionally, April babysits his son. One night, April is babysitting and Mr. B comes home and he goes, hey kiddo, I got another date coming up. Do you mind babysitting again? I'm sorry, it's short notice. April's like, sure, no problem. And Mr. B is so thankful that April has agreed to babysit his son that he tells her, you know what, kiddo? You should be striker. And this is a pretty big deal to be the striker on her soccer team. So April's like, okay, yeah. Now later on, we see the whole gang at a party, and we can tell Teddy and April like each other. They keep making googly eyes at each other, but neither one of them is going to make the first move. So instead, we see April get her flirt on, and then we see Teddy go upstairs and hook up with a girl named Emily. Everybody's partying, there's underage drinking, and after that, Fred and Teddy leave the party. However, on the way home, Teddy gets pulled over by the police, and he gets arrested for driving under the influence. Now, April has been worried about her schoolwork. She feels like she's falling behind. We do see her spending more time with Mr. B working on her homework. And I don't know how well these studying sessions are going, but I do know one thing. Mr. B and April are getting awfully close for some uncomfortable reason, and this is a lot for April to handle, so she starts missing practice. And Mr. B doesn't like the fact that April is missing practice because the team needs her. He talks to her and he reassures her that he is here for her. Remember, she can talk to him about anything because he's her coach. However, one night, Mr. B kisses April. He goes, April, you're so different from the other girls. You're so mature for your age. He goes, I have these feelings for you, but you being underage and everything really complicates things for me. He goes, I hope you understand. Let's just keep this a secret, but I do care for you, April. And at first, April was okay with this. She was very understanding, but then Mr. B switches up. April knows this is not a good situation, so she goes to Mr. B and she tells him, this isn't working for me. There's boys my age that like me. I should probably date them. And she goes, Mr. B, I need to do what's best for me. And Mr. B goes, okay. Well, I love you. No. April is overwhelmed. Like at her next game, April plays horribly. And her team is mad at her. And she's acting real jealous of the way Mr. B is giving another one of her teammates attention. Mr. B is the only one not mad at April. He goes over there, he goes, hey, you want to ride home? Later that night, April and Mr. B get busy. And after they get busy, Mr. B is pretty much done with April. He's not responding to any of April's phone calls. You see, Mr. B wasn't only preying on April. No, he does this. He hires the girls on his team to babysit his son. April realizes that she was preyed on by a predator and she wants nothing to do with Mr. B. Now, Fred has been getting Teddy in a lot of trouble lately. Like that night, Teddy got arrested for driving under the influence. Well, yeah, he got a nice, light little sentence, put on probation, and he has to serve some community service time at the children's library. But he ends up getting in trouble at the library, partially Fred's fault. And after the children's library, they say, this place is not for you, so they move him to work with senior citizens. Now, meanwhile, the girl that Teddy hooked up at the party, Emily, yeah, well, lately she's been hooking up with Fred, and they have a little situationship going on. And Fred is so rude and so nasty to her. Emily, for some reason, likes Fred. And Fred's only using Emily to get busy. Emily's at the point where she's starting to feel used. Like, Fred is so manipulative and toxic. Fred admits that one night, him and his friends took advantage of Emily all at once. Like, Fred orchestrated the whole thing. Now, later on, we see Teddy and Fred, and they're in art class. Now, Fred isn't taking this assignment seriously, and he's coming off offensive. Then all of a sudden, his art teacher walks up, and he goes, hey, I had a near-death experience once. He goes, one night I was driving in this convertible car. It was cold and I was going down this tunnel. And he goes, I had to tell myself, Bob, you're headed down the tunnel of death. Turn around. He goes, I'm not Bob. This isn't my car. This isn't my tunnel. He goes, in that moment, I turned around and went down the opposite direction. Fred's like, okay, cool story, but I'm not Bob. And the thing is, you and other people are pretty much sick of Fred's antics at this point. And one night, Teddy was trying to talk to Fred and he went over to Fred's house. However, he left because Fred's dad was hitting on him. But the thing that grosses you out about Fred is the way he treats Emily. Like later on, we see the group at another party. When Fred sees Emily, he goes, okay, you're here, take off your clothes, let's go swimming. And he's being gross, he's being rude, and Emily's had enough. She goes, no, screw you, and she takes a bottle and smashes it over his head. Now, Emily got him good. Fred is hurt, he needs help. But Teddy and April are having a moment, and Teddy tells April that he loves her, so this is really bad timing. However, Teddy leaves with Fred. The movie ends with Fred and Teddy driving to meet their dealer. They get there, they meet the dealer, and Fred isn't acting right. He's scaring you. And then he pulls out a knife. He has a moment, he breaks down, then we see him crying with the knife. The two boys get back into the car. I don't know why Fred is driving. Fred gets this bright idea to drive down a one-way street. Teddy says, nope, I'm out, let me out the car. Teddy gets out the car, and as he's walking home, we see him texting April. Meanwhile, we see Fred going down a one-way street talking about, I'm not Bob.